It's 2024, a brand new year, and with that, let's kick things off with a bang with Lumix, which as of now have unveiled their new L-mount lens, their new 100mm f2.8 macro lens. Now, this is a very special lens for the lineup, being their first full-frame macro prime lens. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Let's go around the lens for a moment very quickly. We do have a 67mm filter thread at the top, and on the sides we do have an AF switch and a focus limit switch as well. The lens is also splash and water resistance, but right now no official rating as of yet. The minimum focusing distance of the lens is 0.204 meters, which can be adjusted depending on your subject using the focus limiter. First thing that we want to really touch on is the build quality, and this thing is sturdy. Now, despite actually being made of a polycarbonate material, the lens feels very premium and well built. It's also extremely light and compact for what it is, especially when you're comparing it to the other native L-mount macro lens, which is the Sigma 105 f2.8, no shade. While you do sacrifice the end being an extra 5mm, Lumix more than makes up for it for the size and weight. Another thing to mention about this 100mm macro lens is that it fits into the same category of Lumix's f1.8 primes, like what you see here with the 80mm f1.8, and it pretty much shares similar dimensions and weight, which means that if you're a gimbal user and you often switch lenses, you will pretty much have no issue when it comes to rebalancing it. Now, word of a disclaimer for the personal experience when it comes to the shooting experience for the 100mm macro, this is not my first experience of macro lens. Yes, I've used the 105 Sigma f2.8, and if you look at the size comparison compared to what we have here, it's a stark difference. And let's just say, I do not really have an affinity to macro lenses. I've not really gotten along with them, and really I should do for my shooting style and what I do, but it just hasn't been the case for me. And it's really just down to the old school clunky design of them compared to this. Now, compared to Matthew, this is his experience of it. He's our in-house production assistant and video editor at Lover of Tech Media across the board. And it's his first time actually using a macro lens. So that's gonna give you a bit of context on how the experience has been so far. Now, let's just say he was excited to dive in and see what the fuss was all about. And look, he genuinely enjoyed it. Now, being able to get extremely close to subjects and get extremely sharp shots is something that, you know what, you just don't know you're gonna enjoy that much until you get there. Now, the lightweight nature of the lens alongside the S52X makes it extremely easy to set up and handle hours on end, and even when you're using it handheld or on a gimbal. Now, for the lens itself, it's extremely sharp, and again, being able to get extremely close to subjects and getting amazing results, it's a breath of fresh air. Now, the lens itself is an f2.8, so you can get away with opening up the lens for extremely shallow depth of field, especially with the compression of 100mm, which is great when it comes to product shots and also low-key portraits. Now, look, further to testing with our initial time with the lens, these are some of the samples that we got when it comes to the photos and video side of things. And quick one and straight to the point, we want to say a big thank you to the guys over at Panasonic and Lumix for sending this over for testing and review. It's been a different experience so far when using it, and it's something where we usually use zoom lenses, so it's been a breath of fresh air to see such innovation when it comes to the macro lens side of things. And of course, if you have enjoyed such videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos on the Lover of Tech channel. And of course, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.